Hey folks, today we're going to be changing the oil on this 2019 Dodge Ram 1500 Classic. It's the 5.7 HEMI, and we are going to go with the Castrol 5W20 and a Wix 57060. So I just warmed up the truck and got the oil warm. So now I'm going to open up the fill plug up on top, and as you can see, it's calling for SAE 5W20. So let's get that opened up. I believe I have located the drain plug on the back of the oil pan. Okay, and if you like the content here, please like and subscribe. And just a quick tip here, as with all of my oil changes, I start out with a nice clean oil pan and something to dump the used oil into and return it to my auto parts store locally here. They take the used oil. So let's get started. Okay, so it's actually a pretty small bolt. It's a 13 millimeter. She was torqued down pretty tight there. And usually when I'm opening up the drain plug, I hold my pan up there because the oil is going to come fast. Okay. And then I have plenty of rags handy, so we'll just clean off this drain plug. Looks like it's got a rubber outside, and it does not have a crush washer, so we can absolutely reuse this drain plug. Okay, it's still draining a little bit, but I'm not going to wait for every single little drop. As you can see, I've cleaned that area, that surface really well. And I'm going to just stick this drain plug back in there. And then wipe that down. You're going to want to wipe any oil that spilt anywhere, but it looks like it's clear of all the cross members and everything, so it's pretty good. And I'm sure there is a torque setting, but I am going to just crank this thing down by hand and use enough torque so I know it's not going to come loose. So there we go, it's all drained out. I'm going to move everything up to the front so I can catch my oil filter. Okay, I've seen some other videos where showing that this oil filter is very difficult to get at, and they are absolutely right. So instead of using my normal Harley-Davidson 42311 wrench here, this thing is wonderful for most oil filters. I think I'm going to have to use my old trusty channel locks here to get at that filter, and I'll show you what I mean. So that thing, I don't know if you can see it, but it is tucked up in there, and the filter is right up above the steering rack. So looks like I'm going to have to get at it from the front. you know, go in above the sway bar up there and loosen it with my channel locks. So let me see if I can do that. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get a picture of it while I'm trying to loosen it up. Okay, you can probably see that draining there. It is definitely difficult to access that. I got at it from the front, going up above the sway bar. It is possible you might get better access by removing the wheel. I don't know. But anyway, that's how I got it, and I did get it with my channel locks. So I'm going to put that new oil filter on there. Okay, I think you can see I've got the new Wix filter on there. Right now it's just touching the gasket surface, so I'm going to give it one more turn, is what the original Mopar 1 recommended, so we'll see if I can do that. Okay, I've got that filter on and she is snugged up. Had to go in there with my channel locks again, and I don't like doing that, but that's what I did because I just want to make sure it's good and tight. Okay, so that filter is literally right above the steering rack. I don't know what else to really say about it. It is a pain to get to it, and I've got the new filter in there, and I just went in there and wiped off all of the excess oil that I could on the steering rack and wherever it dripped down. Anyway, I got that all cleaned up, so I'm just going to refill the level now. So let's go up on top. Okay, one thing I love to do with all of my oil changes is see what's in the pan, and that's the reason that I have a nice clean pan when I start. So let's take this thing out in the sun. And we can just see here what's going on. And what you're really looking for is metal shavings or anything that looks like bearing material or something like that. You know, you're bound to see some stuff, maybe gasket material or RTV typically, but that's going to be pretty normal. But what you don't want to see is metal shavings. So this is actually looking pretty good. So let's fill her back up. Okay guys, last but not least, we want to top up this oil level, and it calls for 6.9 quarts, or at least that's what I can find. So I'm going to go ahead and just add, I'll start out with the 6, and then we'll see where that level's at. So here we go. And here we are with number 6. All right, I'll give that a chance to flow down into the oil pan. And we'll just see where we're at real quick here. And it looks like we want to be between those holes right there and more towards the top, actually. It's going to be on the top one, because the bottom hole is add. Okay, it looks like we're actually right up there, just below the top hole. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm just going to go ahead and dump that last quart and fire it up for a minute and then recheck the level, and we should be good. Okay, that'll be 7 quarts right there. We'll just make sure our fill plug is nice and clean. All right, so let's fire this guy up for a minute and recheck that oil level. Okay, I let this thing run for a minute and just want to see where that oil level is at. Okay, it's actually looking pretty good. I don't know if you can see that, if it's focused. But I am just below that top hole, so 7 quarts is perfect. Okay, so the last thing we want to do is reset our oil life indicator. So I've got the key in. All right, so over on your steering column, I believe, let's see, up. Okay, so it's down arrow from your speedometer, and it's just saying press the right arrow to reset. So sorry about the focus there. We're going to press the right arrow, hold to reset. So I'm going to hold that down, confirm reset. Actually, I guess I have to press down arrow for OK, and then right arrow to confirm. Okay, there it goes, 100%. So that was pretty easy. Not as easy as it looks, because it says hold right arrow to reset, but you actually have to scroll down to confirm and then hold the right arrow again, and it will reset to 100%. So there you go. That's the oil change on the 2019 Dodge Ram 1500 5.7 Hemi. Hope this will help you, and happy wrenching.